Hello and welcome, my dear friend. Something subtle yet profound has shifted within you. So quietly it might have slipped past unnoticed by most, but not by those of us who truly feel the currents of energy. There's a new glimmer dancing at the edges of your aura, a warmth that wasn't there before. Like the first breath of dawn after a long night, you're emitting something rare, something magnetic. The kind of energy that exists in the charged silence just before a revelation, when even time itself seems to hold its breath in anticipation. You haven't fully stepped into this new frequency yet. Not completely. But you're standing at the threshold, and what a breathtaking, electrifying threshold it is. You're glowing, not with the harsh glare of a spotlight demanding attention, but with the steady, unwavering light of a lantern held gently in the fog, brave and undeniable. There's an aliveness returning to your presence, a sharpening of your senses, as if the universe is leaning in closer, whispering secrets it once kept hidden. And you're listening now in a way you never have before, not with desperation, but with quiet knowing, as though you recognize these messages were always meant for you. Because they were. This isn't just fleeting excitement stirring inside you. It's certainty. Not certainty about every detail of your path, but certainty in yourself, in your ability to rise when called, in your capacity to keep moving forward, even when the road ahead is still unfolding beneath your feet. This isn't wishful thinking anymore. This is recognition. The kind that settles deep in your bones and whispers, "You were made for this." Let me ask you something. When was the last time you looked at your life and felt not just hope, but a bold, daring sense of expectation? That kind of certainty that doesn't waver, even when the winds howl around you, because it knows, without question, that what is meant for you cannot be taken away. It feels like you're there now, doesn't it? Quietly, gracefully stepping into the frequency of "this is mine." Not in arrogance, not in ego, but in a truth so unshakable, it doesn't require debate. You've been carrying so much for so long, layers of weight that were never yours to bear, expectations pressed upon you by people who never paused to ask who you really were. But lately, something's been peeling away slowly, like old paint cracking under the heat of your own truth. And beneath it, there you are, familiar and yet entirely new. There was once a heaviness in your energy, a murkiness I won't name because I won't give it power, but you felt it, that invisible drag that made every step feel like wading through molasses. It's lifting now. Not all at once, but enough that you can move again. Enough that your thoughts aren't so sticky. Enough that you're dreaming again. And not just idle fantasies. Real dreams. Visions that feel like blueprints, like snapshots of a life that's already yours, waiting for you to step into it. The most beautiful part, these dreams don't scare you anymore. The big ones, the wild ones, they don't feel foreign. They feel like recognition. Like, wait, this is who I've been all along, isn't it? There's a new quality to your presence lately, a softness edged with steel. You're not begging to be seen anymore. You're observing, discerning who deserves to see you. Your worth isn't up for negotiation, and you didn't arrive here through empty affirmations or forced positivity. You arrived here by sitting with yourself in the darkest moments, and not abandoning who you were becoming. Let me say this clearly, you were never meant to shrink. Your energy wasn't designed for corners, for whispered apologies, for making yourself smaller to fit into spaces that were never built for your light. There's an elegance to your expansion, a grace to your growth, even when it was messy. Especially when it was messy. And now, it feels like your cocoon is starting to tear, not from the outside in, but from the inside out. You're not waiting to be rescued anymore. You are the rescue. You are your own turning point. Can you feel it? That quiet, steady drumbeat behind your ribs, the one that whispers we're not going back. Not now. Not ever. You're the one who chose to stop the cycle. Whether it was the emotional legacy of your lineage, the silent pain passed down through generations, or just the small, daily betrayals you once mistook for love, you stopped it. And in doing so, you became the wild miracle no one in your family tree expected, but the one they needed. How much do you truly allow yourself to receive what you deserve? Not in theory, not in daydreams, but in real life. Do you believe, deep down, that you're meant for goodness that doesn't demand suffering first? For joy that doesn't come with a hidden price? Because that question is hovering around you now. You've done the work. You've healed layers most people will never touch. And now life is circling back, arms full of gifts, ones without fine print or punishment attached. Will you take them? Or will you hesitate, wondering if you've earned them yet? I know you're humble. I know you're thoughtful. But you're also overdue. Overdue for magic, for ease, for the kind of serendipity that reminds you the universe has always been conspiring in your favor, even in the silence. Here's the truth. When you start expecting good things without flinching, the entire world shifts to meet you there. You're not asking for handouts. You're walking into rooms with the quiet confidence of someone who knows what they carry. You're not performing. You're not pretending. You're arriving. For too long, you taught people how to treat you based on how little you asked for. You wore selflessness like armor, called it love, called it loyalty. Maybe it was, in its way. But now your energy says, if it costs me my peace, it's too expensive. Now you're choosing to fill your own cup without guilt, because you finally understand that pouring from an empty vessel isn't service. It's self-sacrifice. The discomfort you're feeling right now, it's not regression. It's not you slipping back. It's your nervous system adjusting to peace. You've spent so long surviving that ease feels foreign, like a luxury. But it's not a luxury. It's your new baseline. And yes, it's going to feel strange at first, like wearing clothes tailored for a version of yourself you're just now becoming. But keep wearing them. They fit better than you think. What I keep hearing in my heart about you is this. The light has arrived, and you no longer run from it. You used to dim yourself to stay safe, to blend in, to be digestible, and it worked for a while. But your soul is too expansive for half living. You're too connected now, too attuned. You can't unknow what you know, and that includes the truth of your power. And listen, I get it. Stepping into that power is terrifying, because once you claim it, once you say, I am capable of beautiful, massive, irreversible transformation, there's no turning back. You can't ungrow. You can't unknow your worth. But oh, how liberating it is to never again tolerate what you've outgrown. Let's take a moment to honor what's ending. Really think about it. What have you quietly walked away from without even realizing it? What habits no longer soothe you? What relationships no longer feel aligned? What versions of yourself no longer show up? You didn't need a grand announcement. You didn't burn bridges. You just evolved. That's the power of your inner work. It changes everything without saying a word. And now you're here, in this strange, exhilarating in-between. Not quite where you used to be, not fully where you're going, but standing with both feet in the present, spine taller than ever, heart no longer guarded but discerned. You're seeing through illusions now. You're hearing what people don't say. You're feeling more, sensing more, and it's not overwhelming you like it used to. It's empowering you. You used to bend to fit the moment. Now the moment bends around you. And the beautiful thing, you're no longer at war with time. You're no longer obsessed with catching up, making up, or speeding up. You've surrendered to the rhythm of your own becoming. You're learning that divine timing doesn't mean waiting endlessly. It means trusting that everything unfolding is being custom fit for you. Not the highlight reel version of you, the real one, the one who's done the work tirelessly and still chooses to love the world. Can you see now why your life is about to change in ways you can't even predict? Not because you're forcing it, but because you're finally resonating at the frequency of your desires. You're not begging for blessings anymore. You're becoming the person who naturally receives them. You're no longer the version of yourself who had to prove your worth. You've become the version who remembers it,